Good greetings everybody, this is Commander Rusty Dog, and carrying on from my live stream of yesterday, as of this recording, I'm going to be carrying on with the stealth build of the Diamondback Explorer. So, I'm here at Felicity Farseer because there's some unfinished business here before I carry on doing the beams, which we're going to be doing on this video. And I think the power plant as well, we're going to be doing that, and I'm going to look at another option for the power plant as well, possibly. So all that to come. First thing I need to do is engineer or re-engineer my FSD. It already is at grade 5, but it's legacy, and my jump range at the moment is 4178. I'm just going to make sure that is accurate by, yeah, it's filled up. Okay, so full tank of fuel, 41.78. So let's see if we can get anything more out of it. Obviously we're going to convert it now, so now it's only down to 4. And I've only got 8 data mined wake exceptions, so I'm kind of hoping that's going to be enough. I hate collecting data mined wake exceptions because they take a while. So I'm hoping this is going to go fairly well, and it looks like it's not. Need a big jump. There we go. I've only got 3 more to go. It might not complete. That last bit, well, I'm going to use them all up anyway. There goes my trigger happy right finger. There we go. Okay, generate again. So I couldn't complete. We're going to put the experimentals now. I'm going to look at thermal spread on this because it does help the thermal load, which is exactly what we're after, and I can afford to get this, so I'm going to do that. Right, let's see if we've got anything better than 4178, and we do. We've got 4381. It's a couple of light years more, but and the fact that I'm now out of data mined wake exceptions, but it's an improvement, so I'm not going to complain. And of course I get the thermal spread on there as well, which is all going to help. Now then, the next thing I want to do is the power plant and the beams, but the question is, who is closer? Well, power plant, I'm just bringing it up here. Low emissions power plant is going to be Heratani, and I think it's Brutarquin for the beams. So let's see who's closest. So Heratani is 230 from here, and Brutarquin is 207, so not a big difference. So I think what we'll do is we'll go and get the lasers done first, and then I think we'll take a look at what the repercussions are of putting a low emissions power plant on. So I'm just double checking that the beam laser efficient. Where are you? I'm just looking at ED Engineer. There it is. Yeah, Brutarquin. Even though it just says pulse and burst there, it doesn't mention everything, unfortunately. I'm just gonna put it on the galaxy map. Pretty sure I've already got him. Let me just put all this back. Oh yes, he's in Moang. Moangatang. So in we go. And I will see you when I reach there. See you shortly. Okay, here we are at Bruise Legacy. As you can see, top right, I've already just renamed the ship to Black Ice, which is one of the names that was suggested on the live stream. So that is now in place. I did that just now before I forget. So now let's go and check out the beams. Oh, yeah. Let's just have a look in the modules first. We'll see them here. Look, currently they're taking 6% power each. I am expecting that to go down actually, because we're going to be choosing an efficient weapon. Although it doesn't mention. Ah, here we go. Now the power draw comes in. There you go. 48%. There's no power draw loss here. Or gain, I should say. There's no power draw gain here. It's only when you start getting into grade 2. So, okay, let's do the first one. And just generate this all the way to the US of A, all the way to grade 5. Just give me a second. Just checking something. Okay. Now, what I don't know is if I have enough materials to do the experimental, which is kind of important because that's the whole reason for being here. It's not just a question of drawing less power, making these beams draw less power and less thermal load. We need to put on the thermal vent, and I need to do it twice. If I don't have enough materials, I will yeah, I'll be a little bit annoyed. Should have checked first, of course, but hey. Why does this pop up? That wasn't popping up. These are all in the blues. Let's just do it. Yeah, look, it's as if it's starting all over again. It's like it's starting the circles all over again. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, sorry. I'm getting mixed up with the grade 4. I thought it was just going to continue from where grade 4 left off. I guess I'm missing something. Like a brain. Alright. Well, thankfully I can do the experiment. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can. So, thermal vent then. And now we do exactly the same with the other beam laser. I am going to watch how this one works now, because it looked weird to me that time. So we generate. It does one. Ah, okay. So it doesn't tick off 1 until you start 2. And the circle, right, okay. I wasn't quite sure there. I was just watching the ticks. It didn't look right from before, but I guess that is the way it's done. It's very strange, all of this. See, it's this. It keeps jumping. It's annoying. Seems to be gone are the days when we used to get a little patch every Tuesday or something with little bug fixes and stuff. It seems now that the only updates we're getting are the ones that are coming out every quarter. There must be a load of bugs that are registered, that haven't been sorted. You see, I didn't get that generate message on this one. That pop-up message. It didn't happen this time going to grade 5. Kind of throws me off because I can't figure out why it's so inconsistent. Oh, come on. This is so annoying watching these circles close. So this is definitely RNG here, because I'm sure other people will get the circles closing at different times and won't have to use so many. See, the numbers match, but I'm going to close it up anyway. And there's the experimental. So let's put this on. Okay, so now we have 2 efficient beams with thermal vents. Now the other weapon is the multi-cannon. That is short range with corrosive shell. So if anything, that increases thermal load by 40%. So I'm not in any rush to do that one, if I'm honest. All it's going to do is deal out more damage. Let's take a look and see if we're consuming a bit less power now. Yeah, we are, look. 3% now. Wow. Used to be 6% each. Now it's 3% each. So now we've gained 6% power. So the power usage is now 88, where before it was 94. Lovely. So the beam lasers are right down the list now. They were right up here, weren't they? Along with the multi-cannon. So the next thing on the list is the power plant. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Let's have a look. Yeah, he does do beam, pulse and burst, all 3. So brew Tarquin for your grade 5 lasers. Now I need to go to the next engineer, which is Heratani, for the power plant. So I will take off and I will see you there. Right, here we are at the Jet's Hole, Heratani's headquarters. So let's just jump straight in to the power plant. Now I am going to be going with the low emissions, which, as you can see, at grade 5 will give me 65% heat efficiency, better heat efficiency. The problem is this, the 15% power capacity. That might be an issue. According to ED Shipyard, it should be okay, providing we disable the cargo hatch. But we'll have to see. We are adding another ton as well. Another option that was pointed out to me by Commander Klopster is the Armoured power plant, where you still gain heat efficiency, 12%. Obviously nowhere near the 65%. The mass is the same, but you will also get 120% more integrity, and your power capacity goes up 12% as opposed to down 15%. So what I'm tempted to do here is go with the original plan, which is the low emissions power plant, see how we manage with that, and then at some point bring the ship back to Shinrata Desra, store the low emissions power plant, buy another one, and then come here again and do the Armoured. And then we'll do a comparison, or I'll do a comparison, and we'll see, take it from there. But for now, let's take a look at the low emissions power plant. Again, we're going to be using thermal spread on this, so if the ingredients are the same for that one, I should be okay. Now, right, that message is going to keep bugging me, so I'm going to deactivate. I'm going to deactivate the shields throughout this process. So grade 2 then. That was not bad. It was one run straight through grade 2 there, not 2 goes. We're just going to keep on going. Perhaps these warnings, these verbal warnings, should be turned off during the engineering, or perhaps have it in text format rather than this repetitive nonsense. No, she hasn't said it there. Again, the thing is, I'm resting my index finger on the right button, and it's quite sensitive, so I keep right clicking. See, the numbers are matching, so I don't know why I want to waste any more here. I'll try one more time to close that circle. Okay, let's go into experimental, and again we want thermal spread, which we can do. Grid resistors I'm going to have to start stocking up on, and heat vanes. Grid resistors look quite easy to get. Heat vanes, what happened there? Heat vanes, haulage vessels. Material can be traded at manufactured, yeah, but it's grade 4, so I don't like trading that high. The losses are too much. Right, so I was at 88% power. Let's see where we are now. 87, it's gone down, but that's because the bi-weaves are off. It's not good news. Let's activate. Alright, now we're at 103. So we are right on the edge here. If I disable the cargo hatch, which I'm not going to need for this ship, then we're fine. Quite what the ship's going to run at now, I don't know. But the power plant is all the way down here. I don't really think there's anything else I can disable. In combat, sure, I can disable fuel scoop. I can put that to... In fact, I can just leave it activated, and as soon as the weapons come out, the cargo hatch and the fuel scoop will go offline automatically. And I think that's a better idea, because that way they're both offline, and it means that it's 8% going offline rather than 4%. So I think that's a good thing. The sensors need doing yet, the power distributor needs doing, the multi-cannon needs doing. I think I need to collect a couple of items to do the multi-cannon. Configurable components. I've got 8 of them, but I'm not convinced that 8's going to be enough to complete grade 5. Sometimes it can go beyond there. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some configurable components. Now those are rare, and they can be taken from transport ships after they've been blown up, and also in combat aftermath and encoded emission USSs in low security systems. So perhaps it would be an idea now to test this ship out, killing some transport ships. So I'm actually looking for probably a low security system with transport ships. Let's have a look. With a compromised nav beacon, essentially. But I'm not sure if that's even a thing. So now there's one. Not too big a population there. So I'm not going to do this on the video because obviously I don't want to spend the video collecting stuff. And to be honest, the multi-cannon isn't one of the mainstays of the ship. I do need to do my shields yet, and my my bulkheads. I need to do both of those. The shield boosters are going to need doing. So that, yeah, there's still quite a bit to do on this ship. In terms of thermal, yeah, you probably heard that. Some prat on a loud bike. That tin of beans exhaust. So the sensors need doing their long range. No experimentals going on that. Thrusters are done. Power plant is done. So I've got nothing left that I can see that's going to help my thermals. So I would like to have a little bit of combat with a ship or ships that are not going to really give me too much hassle. So I think what I'll do is I'll just single out Timbulderis or Timbulderis, which is 247 light years on my way back to. Look at that, and I can get there on the fuel that I have, which is pretty cool. And then in there, I'm going to go into a res site and just have a go at a couple of ships and just see what happens. Again, my biweaves are not done, my shield boosters are not done, my shields are not done, and my bulkheads are not done. So, oh, and my multi-cannon isn't done. So I'm going to be targeting little ships. I could do with haulage ships if I'm honest, but that'll have to be done in Anarchy, I think. Okay, I'll see you when I get there. Yeah, so just quickly, I'm jumping on my way to Timbulderis here. Take a look at my heat signature, guys. 14%. Look at the if you look on the right above where it says fuel 1.66 an hour, you'll see the heat signature line, and it's virtually non-existent. This thing was sitting at 19% as we were, just as I was boosting out of orbital cruise away from the planet. It got down to 19, then it went to 17, and now it's at 14. Obviously we're in super cruise, so we're not really doing any combat here. During combat we're going to be in normal space, obviously, and the thermal signature will be high on the ship. But because the ship's able to keep a low thermal signature, it means I don't have to fire the beams on target for too long before this ship cools down to 0. It's quite happy sitting at 14. This is the lowest I've ever had a ship. And obviously starting with a good base, with the Downback Explorer or the Downback Scout, you can reach these levels. 14%, I pretty much have no... that line on the right hand side is almost, and I'm at full power here, full thrusters, but that line on the right hand side that tells you your thermal, how visible you are, is almost not there. So we're going to make a jump, and we should be able to see that line getting bigger as the heat comes in. So let's make the jump. Now you'll see that line above the fuel. There it is. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we're becoming more visible, I should say. Maybe not the right word, but yeah, look at it now. But the fact that this ship is settling down at 14%, I'm kind of happy with that. Obviously there's more to do. Power distributor as well I have to do. That's a key one. So I'm going to Timbulderis with a pretty much work in progress ship, so it's a little bit risky, but I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks. I just want to see how the beams are cooling the ship down. Just a quick test, that's all, on a ship I know I'm going to beat. Let's put it that way. And to be honest, I may be able to take on big ships, because if they can't if they can't lock onto me because I'm, you know, jumping off their radar, I might be in a better position than I think I am. Anyway, like I said, I will see you when I get there. Alright, we are here at Timbledaris. I still haven't decided how to pronounce it. And around Timbledaris 2 there is a hazardous extraction site. I've got no idea how long these laser beams will last. And we seem to be at 15% at the moment, not 14. I wonder why that's gone up a percentage. Although we haven't been going for too long, it's quite a short distance. I've got no idea what's going to happen right here. No idea at all. I don't know how long, because we haven't boosted the, or engineered I should say, the power distributor, so I don't really know how long the beams are going to last. The idea is to have 2 pips into weapons, so that we can, you know, stick all the other 4 pips into shields. Alright, so it's not ice, but hey. So, okay, now that's automatically done that, so yep, cargo hatch and fuel scoop offline, perfect. This might not be the best idea in the world. So I'm just going to use maneuvering thrusters here because, okay, it's expert. I don't mind giving it a go, to be honest. He's just jumped out of range. I can still see him though. He's not going to get away that easy. I will take the Python on because it's only expert and it's a fairly large ship, but I want to be in a good position to do it. Now, because I'm using maneuvering thrusters, my right hand is kind of taken up doing that and my left hand's doing the beam lasers, so I don't really have a button for multi-cannon here. But I definitely need to be facing away from it like this. There we go. Now, you keep an eye on my temperature. I'm down to 0% now, so he shouldn't be able to see me. My ship is freezing. Okay, now my capacitor's gone out. But I'm still... You see, I don't think he can... Can he get a lock? Yeah, he's got visual, I think, right now. Yeah, he has. The key thing is not to let him get the visual. Perhaps I should use the multi-cannon as well. I don't know. I am biting off a little bit more than I can chew.
Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Yeah, go for it, man. Okay, I'm going to start using the multi-cannon now. Just use standard engines. Well, he's done for.
Under attack. Target shields online. Shields online. Target destroyed.
Perfect timing. Shields online. Boom. Okay, let's see what he's dropped. Not really after any of that. Although that might come back to bite me. So, okay, shields are coming back up fairly quickly. Let's have a look at these eagles. Yeah, of course, the key thing is not to let them face you, because they can shoot you based on sight. Now, obviously, I'm going to have 2 eagles on me at the moment because this is a wing of 2. So he's done. And of course, I'm not on target, so my temperature doesn't go down.
Target shields offline.
Only fire when you're actually hitting the target, because otherwise
Off.
it's not going to do your thermals any good. So he's done.
Target destroyed.
Taking on that clipper would probably be a bad idea, because the skill you need is one that I think I lack a little bit, which is maintaining positional advantage. You know, staying behind the ship.
Scan detected.
Staying behind, maintaining that position. Okay, maybe now that he's realized I'm a useless dreg.
Under attack.
I'm just trying to stay out of his way.
Flight assist off. Flight
How is it that, you know, the clipper's not as maneuverable as this, but yet he manages to turn himself around way before I can, even with flight assist off. Look at that, he's already turned around. I'm sure when they go off screen, they cheat.
Flight assist off.
I know the clipper's fairly maneuverable, but give me a break. Yeah, I know there's going to be plenty of comments telling me, oh, it's because of this, and you're not doing that right, and this, that, and the other.
Scan detected. Target shields online. Under attack. Shields online. Scan detected.
It's amazing how quick AI ships can turn around. They are super fast.
Shields offline. Shields offline. Taking damage. Module malfunction.
I'm gonna see this through.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Scan detected. Target
Okay,
destroyed.
well, so I think the results of this are, of course, that the shields need doing, the armor needs doing. The armor's held up okay, actually. It's reactive, so it's held up pretty well. Shield boosters need doing, and of course, there's too much talk here. Hold on.
Scan detected.
And of course, I need to be a better pilot. Staying behind a ship, trying to stay behind it, so that when it boosts away, I can follow it. But that's something I can't do. I'll freely admit I'm useless at maintaining positional advantage. But if you are a pilot, because you're not me, so if you're a pilot that can do that, then a ship like this is gonna be great for you. Let me just see if I can dock somewhere here. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna plonk it in here, and yeah, I'm gonna carry on later on this week, I think, doing some more upgrades on this ship, and I will keep you guys apprised of the progress. Alright, so that's it for the moment, and we'll see how it pans out. Bye for now.